right, so what I'm going to talk about today on this YouTube channel is the Patagucci Micropuff jacket. This is my favorite jacket. It is my go-to. It's a put it on, leave it on, polyester insulated backpacking jacket. It's awesome for hiking in cool weather. It's easy to hike in this jacket. You can sweat in it and then go ahead and put it in the wash machine as many times as you want because it's polyester. And it also does really well if it gets chilly out. It's nice and cozy and warm. The way that it works, and it's got a centimeter of puffy polyester insulation in here surrounded by quantum. It's got a 7 denier quantum shell and liner, which allows your body heat to go directly into the polyester insulation and then kind of ventilate out of the jacket pretty efficiently so that it never really overheats. The jacket really never gets too hot and you never really catch a chill with this jacket on. And that's what works about the jacket so well. It's got a nice hood that's fitted. The jacket is true to fit, so you wouldn't want to size up. It is possible to size down, maybe for bike packing, but to be honest with you, I really like it in a large. I'm 6 foot, about 250 pounds, and it just seems to work perfectly for me. However, for about the past year, I've actually been living out of this purple Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. And the reason why I replaced it with another Patagucci Micropuff jacket was actually because I started riding a motorcycle and I found that this jacket simply wasn't warm enough on the motorcycle. And that's really what I would say about the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket, is that it's kind of a fair weather friend. You know, one thing that the Ghost Whisperer does better than polyester jackets is it compresses better. The down that's in here is indestructible and it can be compressed and stuffed down into your pack and carried in your pack as many times as you want. No matter how many times you compress a jacket, the down will still come back to life. It's got great down in it. It's also got a super thin nylon shell and liner that just packs down really small and is super easy to carry. It works really well as an extra piece of layering insulation inside of your tent. If you want to add another half quilt or wear it as pajamas or use it as a pillow, it works awesome just for chilling in the tent. It isn't necessarily the same kind of put it on, leave it on that you get from polyester though, because it is down. You don't really feel like you would want to wash this too many times. It also does not really do well around campfires or even on the motorcycle. When I was riding my motorcycle, just rain and sand was putting holes in the jacket. It's bleeding feathers from all over it, okay? There's literally no down in some of the baffles around the cuffs, and that's literally just from boiling water. Sometimes if I boiled water and held a hot meal in my hands, it would burn a hole in the cuffs and the down would bleed out of the cuffs. So overall, I would say that the Ghost Whisperer is a fair weather friend. It does really well in mild weather, but not necessarily in really cold weather. I found that a lot of heat was lost through the zipper on the chest. The hood is kind of big and a lot of heat is lost out of the neck of the hood. It doesn't have a cinch. Even the cuffs, the wind seemed to blow up the sleeves of the cuffs. There is no cinch on the cuffs. And another reason why the Ghost Whisperer is kind of a drafty, kind of cold jacket is because it rides better, it fits better if you size up. With Mountain Hardwear and also with Outdoor Research, they make kind of baggy hip-hop college campus clothing that fit better if they're baggy. And as a result, you know, if I were to get the Ghost Whisperer jacket in a large in my own size, it would be a little bit too hot. I wouldn't be able to hike in it at all, which isn't gonna work for me because oftentimes I'm not at camp when the sun goes down and I need to do a little bit of night hiking before I get to camp, and I need to wear my jacket during that time. So I need a puffy that I can use for hiking, that I can wear and get some exercise in it without sweating too much, because it's difficult to go to sleep if you're really sweaty and sticky right before you go to bed. So I don't really want to sweat that much. So I need a jacket that's a little bit ventilated and a little bit cool. So in order to do that, I've sized up with the Ghost Whisperer, but as a result, it's kind of cold. However, overall, I think that a polyester jacket, just in general, works better as a put it on, leave it on that can be used for hiking and backpacking. One of the reasons is because it can be washed. Now, even though it is super easy to wash these polyester jackets like the Micro Puff, at the same time, you really wouldn't want to compress this jacket. It's not really a carrying piece. So if you're going on a hike where it's going to be hot, you probably wouldn't want to bring a polyester jacket because these jackets shouldn't be put in your pack. This polyester on the Micro Puff is very minimalistic. It's only about 1 centimeter thick. So it doesn't really matter if it gets compressed because there's really no loft here. It has the minimum amount of loft possible. But basically with polyester insulation is that if you compress it, it doesn't really fluff back up to its original heat. The temperature rating that it has when it's new will be reduced over time with compression because it gets less and less lofty as you compress it. So if you were to put the Micro Puff into your pack, you would want to put it into the top of the pack and not really put anything on it so that it doesn't get compressed too much. Whereas with down, it can be compressed over and over and over again and it regains its loft. So with polyester, you really want a jacket like the Micro Puff that's very, very thin so that you can just put it on and leave it on all the time and you're not packing it away in your pack.